Actually, I already have a box full of broken clocks downstairs. Oh, hey, you hear? Something's ticking. Maybe that one's not broken. All right. How many do we have? So let's start with this one here. All right, looks like we've got a Duncan 4-hour. Do we have, nope, we don't have a stamp from when it was made. Okay, so this has a bad hairspring on it, right there. Hush dog. And this is one of those ones with the bigger balance wheel. There's other ones that have a smaller balance wheel that will run faster. And if we look through here, our lever looks good. So let's see, does it even, so this doesn't want to rock back and forth because the hairspring is in such rough shape there. Hopefully that's focusing. I'll get a better setup for next time. And the kernel, as I call it, I know there's an actual name for that thing, but that's present, so that's good. Coil's not busted. Might be able to do something with that. Duncan 4-hour. All right, put that over there in the boneyard. Well, let's take another one out. Many thanks to my guy Steve for sending these to me. So this one, got a bobby pin on there. Looks the same as that one. Let's compare these. This one, I haven't seen one of these. This just has a serial number on it and isn't marked 4-hour or 5-hour or whatever. Looks like it's about the same. Let's look on the side here. So, yeah, I think this is a later model. I don't know too much about these. The ones that I've taken apart do not have this thing here that is attached to the, call that an escapement wheel, I think. Yeah, maybe this is here to stop it from running. Let's check. So it wants to run, but look at that hairspring. That's something that I'm hoping to learn how to do some repairs to, is how to straighten out a hairspring, although it sounds like it might be a little bit impossible, but we'll see. I've already fixed a coil, so anything's possible. So another one of these looks the same as that one, so we'll put these two back over here. What else do we have? I bet you it's another one of the same. Duncan 4-hour, no date on it, big balance wheel, bad hairspring. Lever is included up there, and it looks to me like we've got both of this. It's hard to see. I've had ones before where the little feet or whatever on the back of the rocker arm, the lever, are broken off. This is another one that has that sort of escapement wheel, good coil. So yeah, we'll have to fiddle around with that one and see what we can do with the hairspring. Same one there. Got another one here. These are all about the same. Sorry about that, using both hands. But these are all about the same. I'm just going to keep putting them all together. So yeah, we've got the same sort of thing there. That's off. No, this one, the tip of the lever isn't even positioned properly, so it's coming out. And I've had that happen on a different one. I can't remember exactly why that'll happen. So maybe we could just tune that up and make it work right. Coil's super tight on this one. Same type of clock. What else do we got here? We have another one, serial number only. Oh, well, what do you know? This has a really nice balance, or a nice hairspring on it. It looks to be okay to me. Yeah, it's not bent. It's in. This has that different style. I've had these before. I've had these like on a 60. No, I have these in that other box. That's what I have. So most everything is the same here. So you can see you've got that escapement, and then the first through fourth wheels, you probably can't see that very well, but the first through fourth wheels down in there are in the same positions. Balance wheel looks the same. Your lever is on the same side and everything, but the only real difference that I can see is that the way that the hairspring attaches is on a different, it plugs into a different type of receptacle there. And those slot into the exact same spot on the back. I mean, they basically look identical, except for that one little difference. So I don't know why that is, if this is a submodel, if it was just they made a little tweak in it because they thought that this gave you better, better control, better fine tuning, whatever it is. But yeah, I have seen that before. Slight differences in the arms too. See how this one here has this little bit and that doesn't. So those are slight differences. But once again, those look like 4 hours. Let's clean our newspaper up. No idea how long this video is going to be. Just thought it'd be fun to do. Let's back that off and get a little better light here. This will probably look like crap, but whatever. So this is possibly a little older one. Nope, we don't have a stamp on it, but it's still a Duncan 4-hour. And I say that because of the style of balance wheel. If we look back over here, you'll see these chunkier, a little thicker silver ones. That's what all of mine downstairs in the other box, which were supposedly some out of 60s and some out of 50s, although I can't verify that. This has the gold, possibly brass wheel that I've seen on most of the ones that I've worked on before. Also the smaller kernel that holds the hairspring. So I got a bad hairspring. Once again, not broken as far as the coil goes, and everything else looks very similar. So another one of those. These are going to be fun to try to get going, and I'm hoping to have a setup where I can actually go ahead and show off the repairs I'm trying to do on these, so you can watch me fail spectacularly as I take a balance wheel and hairspring out and watch it all come apart or something. Same type of thing, except we have a Duncan 12-hour here. So, boy, sure is a clean one. Makes you wonder if this was even installed. Comes in the original box, too. You gotta love that. But, once again, bad hairspring. These are going to be interesting to try to fix. I think I've probably got 20 of these now that have bad hairsprings, but man, the rest of it sure is clean. Coil doesn't even have any gunk. A lot of times these get really dusty and a little grease in there from lubricating them over the years. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, it makes me wonder if these are the original boxes that these were shipped in, because of course the Model 50 stopped being produced sometime in the 1950s, but Duncan Miller still sold loads and loads of parts for years and years after. So that makes me wonder if all of these are replacement clocks. Oops, sorry, wasn't showing that off well. That were sold in these boxes. I'll have to ask my guy Steve about that. So we got another 12-hour here. Silver wheel. Oh, we have a nice hairspring here. So I wonder what might be wrong with this one, because he did say that all of these he couldn't get working. Real nice coil on it. It's not busted. I expected to see a couple more busted coils because I did tell the guy I got these from that I had repaired a coil. So I thought maybe that's what I was going to be trying to do on these. Yeah, this is a different style clock than the earlier ones, the 1940s clocks or early 50s. I've got a lot that are like 51, 52, 53 are the ages on the clocks that I've been tuning up for the last 6 months or so. These are all out of a estate sale that I got a bunch out of. But these are probably a later clock. I don't know everything about these things. I don't know, vintages of stuff just by looking at it, but sure does look nice. And yeah, we will, that might be the first one I work on here. I might set that one aside because it looks like it's in great shape. We just got to see if we can get her working. So we'll go ahead and slot that back in. that thing down. Cool to have them in the original boxes if that's what these are. And this says 12 on the top. Bet it's another 12 hour. So open this guy up. Oops. And I think you need a 12-hour clock to do a 10-hour meter. I've had 10-hour meters before that came with those. And then you need a 24-hour clock to do a 20-hour meter. I believe that's how they work. Bobby pins down in there this time. Once again, about the same style. Really nice hairspring on this one. Boy, it just looks like it just came from the factory. Lever is in place on that one. Coil's good. So yeah, I'm just going to have to play around with this. The different style, so all of these are apparently a later clock. On the earlier ones that I have, I wish I had an example of it right now, the hairspring and the balance wheel are switched. And then I think the rocker arm, the lever, is actually between the hairspring and the wheel, but the balance wheel is in the back, the hairspring is in the front. And you can't replace parts from one onto the other, at least the hairspring and balance wheel you can't. So maybe a comparison of the different styles would be a fun thing to put on here. If you get any use out of these, drop me a comment. My email is in the comments as well if you're looking for parts. So there's that. Look at another 12-hour here. Probably just run through the rest of these quick because they're going to be about the same. I was hoping to get a couple of different vintages, but it sure looks like we're going to have, come on, about the same vintage of clock on all of these. So you have the silver wheel, that style of how the hairspring is attached. Hairspring looks good, so these will be fun to see what's going on. Douse them in clock oil and see if they start running. If not, just start tracing down problems. I like the sound when you can get like 10 of them running at the same time. Sounds like you're in a clockmaker's studio or something. There's that. And here's this. Got what appears to be a 24-hour this time. Oh, somebody's ticking again. Of course, when you don't have these in the actual machine, the axle just runs forever. Normally, the axle is attached to all the other stuff, the ratchet wheel and the winding wheel, and that brass wheel hits a stop and makes it so that it can't continue to run. It hits a certain point, the flags come up, and then it actually stops winding because the stop hits a piece of the frame on that brass, the brass timing wheel. And of course, without that, all of these are going to just run until there's no tension, which does make you wonder, like on this one, there's nothing stopping this from running, so why aren't you running? There's loads of tension on the coil. So that's going to be a fun thing to try to figure out. Like sometimes you can take these and wiggle is that the third wheel? I think that's a third wheel. 1, 2, 3, fourth wheel. That's a fourth wheel. You can wiggle that and it'll start going. So I'm not too sure what's going on here. It's not like I can tighten this up anymore. So there's a good amount of tension on it. So why isn't it running? Something stuck down in there? I don't see anything. Fun mystery to solve. I'm gonna have to learn how to edit videos. This is already 15 minutes long. Ooh, hey, ticking. All the magic's running out. Okay, that's not correct. Here's our first lesson. If it does that, that's not right. Okay, good. We've learned something today. Like the kids from South Park. Okay, stop it. So we want to, there we go. Get the wheel in place at least. So that's not great. So this obviously has an over-tightened balance wheel. So the balance wheel nut, I think, or balance wheel screw, that needs to be, because you can see there's, maybe we can move this out, and that should be really moving on its axle quite easily. So that's the first thing I would do with this one. You want just enough tension. Yeah, there's no play in here at all. And actually, it looks like it's in the wrong spot there. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. I think the tip of that, yeah, look how that's resting. So that's not even in the right spot there. Oh heck, let's give it a try. They're broken anyway. Yeah, so there we go. There's a problem solved. Now we've just got to get this thing around so that it's in there. Okay, so there's most likely the problem that this thing needs to come up and under and catch the lever, the top there, to get the tooth into the right spot, but it doesn't want to sit in the right spot. So that's something for us to play around with at a later time. But once again, now this one actually is trying to run, and you can see has lost some of the tension on the coil. So loads of fun trying to figure these out. Once again, a Duncan 12-hour with no year marking. I would love to know when they stopped putting the year markings, the month and year markings, because a lot of mine from downstairs do have that, whereas none of these do. So let's take some inventory, then we'll get out of here. What we've got is 6 in their box and 6 unboxed. And we know that we have 12, 24, 12, 12. I think this was a 12. No, video's long enough. Let's just go ahead and look. Probably a 12. I'm going to have to learn how to determine the difference, because right now I don't know without looking at what's on the front of them, you know, with what's printed on it, I'm not 100% sure. So we know we have 5 12s, a 24, and then a 4-hour there, a 4-hour there, 4. That's just the serial number. Nothing on that one and nothing on that one. So I know I have 3 4-hours, 5 12s, 1 24, and then 3 that I'm going to have to do some comparison with to figure out exactly what type of clock they are. Hopefully that'll be another thing that I can learn. I've only been doing this about 9 months. I've been learning as much as I can. I've taken these down all the way to the axle and then put all of the wheels and the lever and balance wheel and hairspring back on to one. I've fixed a coil, done a lot of cleaning, a lot of clock oil all over the table, that sort of thing. So yeah, it'll be fun to see what I can do with these and see if there's a possibility of getting some of these running and sending them back to the guy I got them from, or even being able to flip a couple of them and throw them on the internet, see if other people need them. If you're looking for this sort of thing, or any other parts for Duncan Miller Model 50s in particular, get a hold of me. Always looking to buy stuff, always looking for lots of parking meters, and it doesn't have to be Duncan Miller's. I've got a few others in my collection, and I'm hoping to make the collection bigger as the months and years go by. So thanks for checking out the unboxing. Not that interesting of a video, but maybe you'll get to see the progress that I make on these as time goes along. Have a good one.